All right, guys, welcome to week 2 of this craziness. Hopefully week 1 wasn't terrible. Hopefully we, at least by the end of the week, started to sort of figure out how this is going to work. To be honest, I don't really see an end in sight at the moment. I think we're going to be in this for a little bit longer. So I was going to send you a message, but I figured you're probably tired of reading my messages. I know I bombarded you guys a little bit last week, so I thought I'd check in person, see how everybody's doing, give you a couple updates on what changes we're going to make this week, and then probably most importantly, some updates on the AP exam. So I don't know if you got a message from College Board, but if you did or if you didn't, really great news is they decided to cut out units 7 and 8 for the test. They're not going to cut them out completely because it all sort of goes together. So you might see questions on evolution, you might see some questions on ecology, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on those sections, which is great because we were trying really hard to get through them quickly, and this gives us a lot more time to sort of focus on what we know, start practicing for the exam. And speaking of the exam, I think right now the plan is to give you a 45-minute free response exam, if I'm reading it correctly. That's what I think. They're going to come out with exact exam schedules, a lot more information on April 3rd, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. But at the moment, I think it's going to cover units 1 through 6, and I think it's going to be a 45-minute free response section. You guys have practiced free response a lot this year. You've gotten really good at it. We're going to practice it more. I think that's going to be beneficial for you guys, the changes that they're making. So we'll talk more about that April 3rd, either on here or in person if we're back in school by then, which I don't expect. The second thing I wanted to mention is going forward. So we'll still have this week's lesson plans sort of, actually, I'll probably adapt them a little bit today. So check back with this week's lesson plans tomorrow. There will be a clearer schedule. We're going to switch to block scheduling. So we're going to do every other day for science. So I'll give you an assignment on, let's say what's the date today? The 20th. So like the 24th, you'll have an assignment, and that should carry over for 2 days, and then it'll be due the 26th. And then the 26th, you'll have an assignment that will be due the 28th. So rather than giving you something every single day, I'll give you a little bit more work, but it'll span over 2 days. So hopefully that will be a little bit easier for you guys in terms of your planning. That being said, I think our test is going to move to the 26th instead of the 25th, and I think we'll do both parts on the same day. I'll talk more about that once I redo the schedule a little bit. And then speaking of the test, I think the test is going to be done on AP Classroom. I think it'll be on the 26th, which I believe is Thursday. You'll open it up like you do a progress check, but it'll be locked until the 26th, and you'll have to do it. Once you open it, you'll have to finish it before you close it out. It won't save part of your work. So the first one I'm really assigning this way, so we'll see how it works. I recommend you can do it anytime that you want throughout the day. The problem is I'm only guaranteed to be online from 8:30 to 10. And my husband and I are both working from home. So after 10 o'clock, I'm kind of on kid duty for a little bit of the afternoon. So my suggestion is, if you're able to take it before 10 o'clock, because that way, if you have any problems, I'm there to help you. If you start taking it at, let's say, 3 o'clock, I might not be able to answer your questions until later into the evening after the kids go to bed. So doesn't mean you have to take it at that point, but just to avoid any problems, that might be helpful for you. Last thing I want to talk about is Zoom. Thanks to those of you who joined my first Zoom meeting last week. I've practiced a little bit more, so I think I've got the hang of it. We'll hold a Zoom review on Tuesday of this week, I think, tomorrow. I'll send a message out with a confirmation of date and time to review for the test. I think as many people as possible are able to sign on at the same time. The way it's going to work is I will mute you all, And then you'll use the raise hand feature to talk, and we'll go through the review like that. It'll be led by your questions. I think those are all the big updates I wanted to give you. I'll have a better schedule up later today to explain sort of what I expect of you going forward. If you have any questions, send me a message, and good luck with week number 2. Bye, guys.